this video, I'm going to work with Ducky to show how you can use a clicker and treats to help with a biting puppy, especially if you're trying to handle them, maybe clean their ears, wipe their eyes, trim their nails, even petting them. You know, when you have puppies anywhere between 12 and 16 weeks of age, they're teething significantly, which means they're biting a lot. Even simply trying to pet your puppy results like this and him turning around and wanting to grab me on the arm. Doesn't mean he's aggressive, no. It just means he's a biting puppy with an untrained mouth, and I have to take the time to teach him that people putting their hands on him can actually result in something really nice happening. And I'm just really starting to condition a behavior that when I do this and he doesn't put his mouth on me, he hears a click and he gets a treat. So I slowly just start to help him, one, feel more comfortable with being handled, but shaping appropriate ways of interacting with humans when they put their hands on you. So first we have to just realize all the mouthing and the grabbing, it is a perfectly normal puppy behavior, but the earlier we start redirecting it and teaching our puppy how we would like them to react when someone puts their hand on them, you're gonna have a much shorter period of time where your dog is just basically attacking you every time you try to touch them, or the vet has to examine them, or if you start grooming them, you can have problems with that. So this is a pretty straightforward process. Have a clicker, have some treats. What I'm trying to teach Ducky is by putting my hand, if I touch him with my hand and he doesn't put his mouth on me, he immediately gets a click while my hand is still on him, and then I reach in the treat bag and give him a treat. And I'm gonna spend a couple minutes every day doing this with him, touching him from head to tail, you know, all four paws, ears, mouth, everything. This is also incorporated into that chin rest that he was doing with me, where I was getting him to hold his head still instead of grabbing at my hand every time I come towards him. So when you start working on this with your puppy, you have to just take it slow. Ducky, puppy, puppy, puppy. Good boy. So what I'm gonna do is just start very simply with him. I put my hand on him. He doesn't touch me with his teeth. I immediately click and give him a treat. He can be sitting, standing, doesn't really matter to me what he's doing. Then I'm gonna just keep going. I'm gonna touch him on the leg. He didn't grab me. I'm gonna give him a click and a treat. Keep in mind, normally with Ducky, the moment I start to put my hands on him, just like a silly puppy, he starts mouthing and grabbing my clothes and trying to bite on my hands. So it's really important to me that we work on this because I don't really like being bitten all the time. So I work him from head to tail. I just do very gentle touching on his body. Again, as my hand is on his body, that's when he hears the click, and then I reach in for a treat. I'm gonna touch his ears, I'm gonna touch his paws, I'm gonna touch his tail, I'm gonna touch him all over. I'm gonna reach down, oh, there's a nice paw, because I'm gonna be trimming his nails again. I really just need him to start associating hands coming toward him is not an invitation to bite them. But by using a clicker and treats, we really can help him understand, oh, okay, when she touched my head, I got a click and a treat. I wasn't biting her. And I'm just gonna keep working with him probably for the next month, because puppies use their mouth a lot. If you try to do things like grab their muzzle, grab them by the scruff, all of these types of things, thinking you're gonna suppress the behavior, you're really participating in it, and you're gonna end up with a bigger problem. You're gonna end up with a puppy who doesn't like to be touched by people, and we definitely don't want that. So this is a much more, you know, realistic approach to working with biting puppies. It's also the way he learns the best. I can scream and yell and shake him and slap him and spray him in the face with water and throw a can of rocks at him. I could do any of those things. They just don't work. They don't really teach him what I need him to learn, and they very likely going to scare him to the point where he's not going to like people coming near him or touching him. So when you have time, just sit down with your puppy, have some really good treats, have your clicker, start handling him all over. This isn't meant to be restraint. This doesn't mean pin him to the floor, hold him down. He needs to be free to get up and walk away, just like I talked about in a previous handling video where we're using classic conditioning, where he was getting a treat as I was touching him. This is the next step to that. This is really helping him understand, oh, she put her hand on me, I got a click and a treat, it wasn't biting me at the time. It's a really nice way to get past that initial hurdle of, okay, it's great if I'm feeding him food and touching him, but what happens when I don't have the food anymore? That's where the click and the treat comes in. So you just want to work on this every single day, a couple of times a day. If you have multiple people in your home, they can participate. Someone could be clicking and treating while somebody is doing the handling. But the sooner you start, the better, because the biting will continue to get worse. I've seen adult dogs with what we call an untrained mouth. It's much harder to fix it when they're older. It's very easy to help them when they're little puppies. So make it a goal, a training goal for the next month if you have a puppy, to make this type of handling exercise part of your everyday training with your puppy.